Recording. Good afternoon. I'm Shadows Pub, and this is Pimp Your Post Thursday, a place where you share your posts, meet others, and have some fun. During the show, you'll take turns presenting your posts. To let me know you want to have a turn, you'll drop the PYPT emoji into the show text channel. You'll be added to the list. When I call on you, you'll put the link to the post in the text channel. Come on, voice, to let us tell us about the post. Keep it brief. You want to get people interested in reading your post, not tell them all about it. If you're unable to come on voice, you may present by text, but you must have it ready to copy paste into the text channel when I call on you. If you start typing it out, then I will move to the next person. You can present more than one post, but you can only do one at a time and then re-enter the queue for other posts. Okay, let's get started. Dream, I think I was echoing through you a little bit.
Oh, hold on. Let me mute. I'll
I could,
mute when when I'm not talking.
okay. I could hear the echo and I couldn't figure out who it was, but I caught the flash on yours, so I think you were the culprit. Ah, you're the one. All right, and Dream's first up. Oh, okay, thanks, Engine.
Okay. Oh, the pictures. Oh, there it is. Um, the Dream Destinations Challenge is today. So all of the stuff is there. I talked about it a little bit last week. It's going to be super fun. I woke up so excited this morning for all the things that we're going to do. And the whole thing is you write your post on any platform that you like, just like normal. So if you're using Peaked, if you're using Hive.blog, if you're using Medium, if you're using Vocal, whatever you're using, write it there. And then drop that URL onto Dreamport, and that will put it into the pool where you will screen it. And then the next day it goes into curation. And all the people who are on Dreamport right now, and you yourself are invited to come back and be a judge as well, will come in the next day, read 5 randomly selected posts, and then rank them. And so the following day we get all of the, rankings and tabulate them, and we see who has the best, the top 5 entries. So it's pretty cool because normally when you're like on a platform that does, hey, vote for your favorite stuff, all the friends just come and, it's a popularity contest. It has nothing to do with the quality of the content. It only has to do with who you know and who's going to give you big votes and all that stuff. And then people get really discouraged because if you're new, there's no way that you can actually, stand a chance. The great thing about Dreamport is it doesn't matter your reputation. It doesn't matter who you know. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters except your content. You drop it in there, and the next day it's going to get mixed up together with all the others, and everybody's not going to be they're not going to be able to choose who they get to read, and they don't get to look for their friends. They log in, they get the 5 that they get, and then they rank it. So by the end of the day, you have a pretty nice mix of like legitimate, objective um, ranking on it. So that's how we're going to be judging every week for the Dreamport Challenge. There'll be 6 weeks of it. It's progressive. It gets more and more interesting. The prizes get better. The entries for the final prize gets to be more and more. So it's best for you to join in from week 1, because then obviously you'll have the best chance to get in for the end prize. Am I telling what the end prize is? Nope. So just come and have fun. It's all about fun. I mean, I know rewards are fun too, but it's really about engaging with each other. And I've just been having so much fun engaging with people on their posts. And I love to see when, like Bieber, perfect example. Bieber got just a bunch of people, joining him on his post the other day. And he said, I didn't know there were so many people on Dreamport. So that's really like a cool thing that we love, that we send people to go support others genuinely and engage in conversation and hopefully making friendships. So that's my spiel for today. If you haven't written your post yet, you still can. Just make sure that you drop it into Dreamport by 5 p.m. PST today. So that's like 8 hours, less than 8 hours to go. Um, and if you have never registered, it's easy to register. Just go in, log in. But before you can actually submit, we always ask people to curate the 5 posts first. So if you're confused why you can't click submit, that's why. Go curate your 5 posts first, and then you'll be able to submit. The end.
There's one cool thing about the judging being done through the curation process in Dreamport is that a small group of people doesn't have to try to read 15,000 posts and come up with winners like we've done other contests. So you asked a question there, Engine, something about a bit. That the bit you were talking about, what was that question in reference to? You can ask on or answer on voice if you'd like. Smile initiative that was going for a minute was up to 60 per week. It got her overwhelmed. Oh, I didn't know about that one.
Yeah, it was mostly Latino community. But no, I was talking to Jamie the other day, yeah, and she mentioned she was doing some new contests and stuff. That's why I said, "Is that the bit you were talking about?" So I'm assuming it is.
This is the new stuff.
Right on.
All right. Thank you, Dream. And Snook is up next.
Oh, hello.
Yes, you.
Okay, hold on.
Good to see you.
I just woke up and then I realized it was Thursday.
How feels you?
Um, I've been better. I see the new doctor on Thursday. Well, a week from today.
Ah, good.
Yeah,
Well, I
so
hope good.
yeah, me too. Me too. This is a post that I wrote. Answering the question. Um, I'm not awake. That wasn't the question though. Oh, are you a leader or a follower? And that's my answer. I don't know what more to say. I'm not awake enough to say any more than that. Sorry.
So, which are you, leader or the follower?
Neither. I'm a new made up word.
Oh.
A new made up word.
I made it up. Then I could actually write the post because I'm like, I'm not either one of those.
A put together.
Yeah, yeah. I thought that
uh,
was. I thought that worked.
Whatever works.
Yeah,
It was indeed very creative.
I tried. I
What
tried.
am I? She says in her post. And I didn't put it over on the screen. Uh-oh, I'm slipping. Actually,
Uh-oh.
I was catching to make sure that I had all the emojis that had been dropped. Because when Samuel asked if he could drop his link, I thought, did I miss
Oh.
his emoji? But no, got it now.
there's two made up words in there.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Grammarly did not like that word.
So I guess what you're doing is when you can't handle the real English, you just make up your own.
Well, I didn't you ever use that word, niggling? It's like it's a word.
Oh, niggling. That's a term. It's slang, but it's a term and it's often used.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Yeah, so
Grammarly doesn't
that's
like
not
it.
a made up word.
No.
Well,
So
I never heard it before, so I
really?
liked it. Yeah,
Oh man.
I thought it was like derogatory.
Oh.
No.
Somebody will say
No.
something to you and it'll set off a little alarm sort of thing that
Yeah.
It's
something's
like
something's
wiggling.
niggling at me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, nothing derogatory about that.
No, not at all. No.
Yeah,
No.
you're safe. You can use it, Engine.
cool.
Yeah, naggling and wiggling is niggling. There you
Yep.
go. That's exactly what it is.
Love it.
Uh,
That's our snook.
yeah, and I'm a put together.
Put
A put togetherer.
together.
Yeah.
Okay, that one's kind of made up.
Why hyphenate? So I was okay with that.
Oh, okay, sort of.
I thought it made it better.
Do you have to choose the good sound card for entry? Abraham Hicks, the law of attraction guy. Manifestations.
What? You lost me. I'm confused.
You've got to be familiar with who Abraham Hicks is to have caught on to that one.
I haven't met
Yeah,
him.
it's a more persona than an actual person. So, thank you, Snook. Um, and I hope I'm pronouncing this right. Boss, you're up.
Okay, so title of the post I'm presenting is "The Lady in the Casket." It's by I don't know his name, David Bright also. I don't know his name, sha. But it's about a man who who had who whose wife died. I think yes, his wife died. So it shows all the stages of grief which he went through, and it's really interesting. You should check it out.
Hope his wife died if she was in a casket. Either that or they're into some kinky stuff.
uh,
But it's the time of year, I guess, to put people into caskets. Figuratively, not literally.
yeah.
Yes, it
Thank
is.
you.
Very cool.
Thank you. I don't really have anything to say about my own post. That's why.
You were here last week and you found out that we don't bite.
Yes, I was. I was.
That looks like an interesting story.
You
Check it
guys
out,
check it out.
folks. All right. Good job, boss. Good job.
Yeah, thank you.
Is that a post that you wrote? I'm sorry.
David Bright wrote it. David actually is part of Dreamport, but not in PYPT at the moment. So he's a lucky guy today. All right, Engine, you're up. He's gonna make Halloween sounds.
You got some Halloween coming.
Oh,
Let me
lucky me.
let me edit that link there. I don't like that big sloppy blobbity blah. What is it? Hive.blog. There, that's
PYT.
prettier. Instead of showing the actual GIF address. But anyway, yeah, we're having a Halloween party Saturday night. Giving away a bunch of tokens that are actually worth something on Hive Engine. So if you want to come and hang out, for some apples, maybe watch some scary movies, organizing a few things with Frisbee over there. Should be pretty fun. Starts at 11 Eastern, which maybe past a few people's bedtimes.
Just a
I
bit.
will already be up because it will be right at the closing of my daughter's ninth birthday party, and hopefully all of her little friends will be on by then.
I would hope so at 11 at night.
Yeah, it should be fun. If you're into the gaming side, those are most of the tokens. I don't know why they're worth as much, but not a bad thing. Thunderlands has caused all kinds of people to come over here to Hive lately.
This is a good thing.
Yeah.
What's the sim token?
Sim is for D City
Uh-huh.
game that Gerber, he's a witness. He's heads that little thing up. It's a simulation type game. It's slow. I mean, it's fun. Pays out a little bit if you get ranked up high enough, but it's an acquired taste.
Ah.
Alex tried to explain that game to me. I was like, what? Forget
So
Just
vouchers,
buy the cards.
is that a token or is that some sort of voucher you're giving out?
The voucher is exactly what it. You have to get the vouchers to buy packs for Splinterlands, the
Ah.
new the new card packs, and the vouchers themselves are going for between $15 and $20 each. SPS is about 50 cents each. The DEC is about a penny and a half. So there's a little bit of worth there for
Looks like it.
somebody who wants to come play some games and maybe win a little something. Sorry,
Ah.
Dan. I hope you get that figured out.
Technology
Yeah,
is
taxes are
wonderful,
way
but it
too
will be
high.
charged. Taxes
10,000
on
STEM, you can buy a bunch of cards with that.
taxes are on DEC, or what are the taxes on?
And D City, yeah, there's a president elected every couple weeks, and
Right.
they set the tax rate, which dictates how much you earn in sim per day.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, for about the past 6 months, the taxes have just been through the roof, almost 100%. I had a couple days where I actually lost. I was in the red on it. And I was like, that's insane. There've been a couple good presidents, but oh, they got pretty greedy over there.
So apparently, whoever's over there wants to be too real life.
Yeah. Yeah, you were the first mom of the president. He was president for a while. He actually was a decent one. He made some money while he was in office there. So.
Oh
There
well.
may be a few other things added. There's some Hive backed income to be given away, which is for the Hive posters if you're not interested in the gaming tokens. And
That's a
there's a
good thing.
pool of different ones. Yeah.
Neat.
So yeehaw, come join us Saturday in Dracula's castle.
Yeah, I'll be snoozing by then.
Yeah.
Or reading. Or something. So I'll have you know, Engine, I put a Halloween post up this morning.
You?
I tagged
No.
you just so you know for sure.
I haven't checked a whole lot over there yet.
There you go.
I will. I'm going there now.
He's in shock now. Dream Steam, you're up.
Okay, it's me again. This I'm going to share two posts from him today. Not right now, but I'll go back in the queue. But this is the first one, and I just he's become, I don't know, one of my favorites to, like, whenever he posts, I like to go check out and see what he's done. But the funniest part of this post to me, great pictures. He's an awesome photographer. The funniest part of this post was actually in the comment section. If you can see how someone has to drink the drink that's on fire, that is actually on fire on the left-hand side there. It's like blue flame. When you see how somebody, it's a weird concoction and it's a weird thing. It's like a whole procedure. But when he explained how he'd had to do it, it just made me bust up laughing. So enjoy the post, but then for sure sneak down into the comment section and read how he had to drink it.
Alcohol can burn all the way down. Why would you want to start it burning?
Yeah, well, it's actually kind of a prop. So that's what I found out while I thought they blew it out and then they drank it while it's like smoking hot or something. But nope, there's a whole procedure. So you have to go check it out.
Oh, so the flames are more of an illusion than actually having to take them in.
Yeah, you don't have to you don't have to drink flaming alcohol. But but it wasn't so simple. He had some he was a little he had a little bit of casualty when he was doing it.
Holy lifting! This guy doesn't get a whole lot of uploads, and yet he's or upvotes. Yet he's a good writer.
This is one of the ones that I wanted to, go after because he's one of the ones I mentioned today in Easton C's Discord channel that, they're talking about, how like people need engagement and how we initially started going after newbies because you figure newbies need all the engagement. But there are so many people. He's got like a 73 rep, I think. And he's an amazing writer. He's really funny. He's got incredible photography on all the pages. He's got a really interesting life. He used to like lead a circus and now he's in Vietnam and he used to live in the States. And he's just like the coolest character and nobody's like reading or engaging with him. So I was like, I'm going after him for Dreamport. I want to know him better and I want more people to see him. So we'll have one of the ambassadors kind of come through and check him out. Witty, I think that you commented on one of his posts. It might have been that one or another one, and I was like, oh, Witty knows him, but maybe you just happened to see him one day. I don't know, but he's a pretty cool guy. Yeah, he's awesome, and he's always got something fun to say. Like you might leave just a plain bland comment and he comes back with something that just makes you bark with laughter. So I'm going to go back in the queue and I'm going to share that post next and wait till you see the comment section on that one.
Yeah, that post that Dream just shared is 4 days old. It's now got 88 uploads because I just upvoted it. Upvotes. My tongue is twisted today. And 3 Hive. 89. Engine just added to it, I'm betting. Plus the trail coming. Good. All right. Yes, let him know. Maybe we'll get him in here next week sharing. All right. Samo, you're up.
Hello,
Hello.
everyone. Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
All right.
So
Let me share my post.
good.
Okay.
Plan.
Yeah. Basically on Hive, I promote chess, the game of chess. That's all I do basically. And this is one of my posts. I wrote this today. It's a movie review on movie titled Queen of Catway. And it's a movie I love so much because of its reputation among we Africans. And basically, I will just run down the plot of the movie so everyone understands. The movie was set in Uganda, Kampala. It involves the story of a 10-year-old girl, Fiona. It's a true life story. 10-year-old girl, Fiona Mutesi. She basically had to struggle with living and she was subjected to just helping her mother in the market to sell maize. and taking care of our younger ones, basically. Till you know that phrase, when talent meet opportunity. She got to meet a missionary teacher who teaches soccer and chess to some kids. Out of curiosity, she really wanted to join, and as a lady, she was kind of pushed away, but she found a way to just play among them, and she became very very good, and she was almost better than her peers. And from there, she started to play at national level. And just like it was in real life, she got to play at the chess Olympiads, and she wasn't able to defeat the whole world basically, but she was able to elevate her parents from poverty, and she actually built a house for her mom.
Well,
So basically,
don't give
that's
away the result. You want to make them go read your review.
oh oh, but it still doesn't make people not watch it. It's
Okay,
still very interesting. Yeah, because
make
it
it worth
wasn't
their
really
while
a
to go and
straightforward.
read the review. So you reviewed The Queen's Gambit. That was a really good movie. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, I did. Um,
Yeah, that
Basically, that
was.
was the first I did. So I was motivated to do another one today. So I just did this.
Yeah, I watched that one a while ago. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. So I may have to watch for this one to see if it shows up on my Netflix feed.
Yeah, but I didn't really include a critic because I wanted people to watch it. But let me just say this. It ran for 124 minutes, and I felt it was just too long. Because at some point, viewers would be tired and bored, and the ending was nice, but should have come earlier. So I think if you're watching it, keep up for that. Probably don't skip it, but that's just it.
So Engine's asking, he says there's a token you can use in a community called Sign, Cine. Is that the same one? I would imagine that would be Cinephiles for cinema. There we go, Sign TV.
Yeah, it's pronounced Cine for cinema.
I'm Canadian, it's Sign. Cine. I love Nollywood shows.
Really, Nollywood. There are a few I could recommend, anyways, but probably I'll go back and do a review of another. So basically, I just love chess. So I even wrote about why moms and dads on Hive should teach their kids chess. Probably I'll go back in the line and share that post and talk about it. So that's
Kemi, I will watch any movie that catches my attention and doesn't use subtitles.
yeah. Someone just wrote King of Boys. It's a very great.
The reason I object to subtitles is 9 times out of 10 when I am watching a movie or any kind of video, I'm
Series.
doing something else.
Really lovely.
Like I'm often working on graphics, which means I'm looking up and down. I'm looking at the screen and back at my other screen. So if it's subtitles, I have to watch one screen and one screen only, and that defeats the whole purpose for me taking time to watch something.
It's not subtitled. I
Good.
think King of Boys is so, but I don't think Queen of Cats is. Uganda speak English, so
Yeah,
I
I
think it
haven't
couldn't.
watched too many um, African movies that have used subtitles.
Yeah, basically the ones they use their native language. So,
Yeah, they're usually done in English. The odd time you might get somebody speaking one of the local tongues, but it's very short. Most of the ones I'm seeing, anyways. And Kemi's gonna
um,
banish the Korean dramas.
Korean dramas are really funny to me. Uh, really funny.
Injin says he likes watching the foreign shows and selecting the English translation audio, then watching it because the words aren't in sync with their mouth.
Korean movies are all about love. I haven't seen anyone that doesn't show love. Love dramas, basically, and I always laugh at them.
So, what is your fascination with chess? I know it's a good game and all, but what's your fascination?
What did I think about it? Is that what you meant?
Well, yeah, you said that you like mostly chess. You write mostly about chess, and these movies are focused on chess. What's your fascination?
About chess?
Yes.
Um, it's really a very good game, and it's benefited me all my life. So it's just like giving back to the game by promoting it,
Hmm.
basically. Yeah, because I could argue that I wouldn't be talking on this channel if I didn't know how to play chess, or I wouldn't be on Hive if I don't know how to play chess, or I wouldn't have done anything basically without chess. So I kind of love it because it helped me. So
So, did somebody
I'm
teach
giving
you at a
back to
very
chess.
young age? Do you play in tournaments?
Yeah, I'm a professional chess player, national
Ah,
champion.
bury the lead or
One
what?
of Um, and the funniest part is I didn't want to learn at first. I never wanted to learn. I was a book kind of person. So when it was introduced to school, I was like, chess is gonna distract me from my studies. So I was like, no. Till I saw there was a tournament to be done in the school. There were medals coming in and trophies and parents will watch. So I was like, no, I have to be part. Even if I don't love it, I have to win a medal. So I got to learn. I got serious in the classes, and I was 10 years old when I learned chess. So and when the tournament was held, I finished second, and from there it was just a turning point. And I all my life from there I've just been chess. Chess played for my university, played under 12, under 14, under 16 tournaments, and all chess. So basically that's it.
I think that's the first time I've asked somebody what's their fascination with something, and they bury the lead that they're a professional at it.
Okay,
Nice
I shouldn't
going,
have said
Sam.
that.
Nice going. Good job. But don't bury the time. You're among friends. See, you're only a stranger here
Uh,
once, so you're among friends now. That's the way it is.
yeah. It's really nice to
Good
I
job.
feel comfortable.
Yeah,
Yeah. So,
that's what we
so let me
shoot
go
for.
back to the line.
Okay. And boss, you're back up.
Oh, that fast. I'm coming. Sorry.
Okay.
You're like, hey, boss.
Yeah. So this is my post. How I made a pair of sandals for my cousin. Yeah. So I don't. It's basically just step by step presentation of how I made the sandals. It's not really much.
Those are beautiful sandals.
Thank you.
Did you make them?
Yes.
Ah, another guy buries the lead. Lots of skills on this show today.
Bontex, crypto pimp. Bontex is like cardboard, but it's not. But it's harder. I don't know how to describe it exactly. I don't know how to describe it. But if you say Bontex, yeah,
I take it holds up very well.
yes, it's very strong. Very strong.
I would like a pair though.
There you go.
Uh, I can make it for you.
So, since we have Dream Steam in the house, I'll ask the question for her. Have you ever taken videos of your work?
No, not really, because I'm still learning and I don't have my own workspace. So I've not been able to. I've not been able to get any space to do the videos. You should see the looks I get when I'm snapping every step as I'm working.
There's one thing I have learned about video is you can edit out your mistakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the things that you might consider doing Boz, is you
Yeah,
can take, video clips of just like small video clips of
yeah,
each stage and then
yeah,
put it together as a video because Three Speak really likes those kind of things that show off, your skill and what you're doing. You'd probably do really well on Three Speak.
yeah. I'll see what I can do about that.
Actually, those
Thank you.
those photos that you've used could be
Yeah.
put into a slideshow with you talking through the process.
Wow. I never actually thought of that. Also, uh, thank you for the recommendations. I'll put that to use my next post.
See, these are kind of possibilities and things that you can do if you reach the point where you're promoting these products. That gives
Yeah.
you access into the video markets.
Yeah.
And I
Thank
learned
you.
that if you make a video no more than 1 minute,
Yeah.
you can make it part of the what they call the Google or the YouTube Shorts. But don't go 1 minute
Wow.
and 1 second. It's going to be a regular video.
Oh.
Good
I was.
job.
Thank you.
That looks really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Injun, you're back.
Yeah, this is the Halloween one from Shadows.
Are
Uh,
you still in shock?
yes, actually. But I love the way you did it. I mean, I saw Snook back a while, maybe about a week ago. Actually, had one of yours that she had printed out recently, and I'm glad that you made three for this one because now my kids won't argue over. Oh, no, that one's mine. I started coloring it first. They'll all have their own each little individual ones.
Well, you can print it out multiple times.
Uh, True, but
There's nothing wrong with that.
I like the if you've got it haunted one. It's cool.
Actually, I did have fun looking up those quips. I found quite a few of them actually. I probably could have done a Halloween book, but it was way too late to do one. Maybe next year.
Yeah, now you got a good start for next year.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I like about these books is the fact that um, it doesn't really matter whether I sell them this year. They're there for next year.
Right on. Are you going to do a new Christmas one?
Yep. That type of
I
style
got your
only
naughty
Christmas.
one.
So it'll be those types of images, except they'll be Christmas themed.
Cool.
Oh, okay, Beaver. We'll show you which.
How long does it take you to make one of those videos?
Those videos are being made while I'm um, doing the work, and then I just export it and edit it.
Hmm.
I
What do you
actually,
use
pardon?
for editor? That's what you use for editors.
Oh, I'm a Corel Draw person, so I've
Okay.
got the Corel video editor. All my books get assembled in Corel Draw.
Sweet.
Yeah, I've I've used Corel for quite a few years now. And I'm sorry, Kitty Girl, but Paint Shop Pro is getting um, kind of set aside these days, other than for some things, because
Well, you got to use what works for you. There's nothing wrong with that.
I'm just getting more and more impressed with Procreate as far as for graphics.
I like procreation.
Not that kind of Procreate.
Oh, shit. Couldn't help it.
Maybe if I get to the point that I get a touch screen PC, I can go back to using Paint Shop Pro. If I've got a touch screen and can put a stylus to it, it'll be good.
Sweet.
Okay, we got a few more people in the queue. That's what I've been catching up there while I've been talking. And Dreamsteam's up.
Well, I just saw Bieber got into the queue, so I don't know if he was going to share this one. But I actually got to go to this one the other day. I saw some Dreamport people there, and somebody tagged me. And I loved this one. It was just one of those posts that it brings you back to like a sweeter time where community came together and, after a day of hard work, you just sit back and have a nice cold beer. So, not me, I don't like beer, but it sounded very nice to me when I was reading the post. And then there was just kind of a neat connection because he was saying every year he gets some wood delivered to him and then they have to put it away. And for us, we get the same thing. We live at a camp and they deliver 4 cords of wood so that we have something to burn throughout the whole year. And we literally use up 4 cords of wood, which is an insane amount of wood. And it's just when he was talking about, taking the wood and stacking it, and it was kind of an all-day thing, it just reminded me of what we do here. So it was just this neat little connection between us through a post. And interestingly, Bieber is always talking about like how he's just trying to pick up on, the words that we're saying because English isn't his first language. And I never knew what language he spoke until I went to his post. And now I know. And now you'll know if you go to his post. The
Oh,
end.
you're not telling us.
Nope, not telling. Got to go check it out.
Ah, she's so mean. You're not going to tell us. I bet you Bieber will. He's going to live dangerously and come on voice, I hope. I'm just moving some stuff around and my machine is slow. That's why I'm kind of stalling. I don't want to get so far ahead I can't get caught up.
Kitty girl, was confused because I knew Bieber was in Ladies of Hive, but I also knew that there's boys in Ladies of Hive, so I wasn't sure. And we've had some this past week, Kenny can account for this, that when we've been talking to them for a whole year and we thought they were this one gender, and then they wrote a post and it sounded like they were the opposite gender. And I was like, I went to his DM and I said, wait, is so and so a boy or a girl? And we both just started laughing because we thought it was a girl all this time. And now we still don't know if it's a boy or a girl. So it's interesting online, especially when people don't show their faces. It's really, or even sometimes when they show their faces, some people use like female avatars and then you find out 6 months later they're a boy. So anyway, interesting.
So,
Well, even before Bieber came into Ladies of Hive, um, we were graced with Bieber's presence in the terminal, and I went and looked at a couple of posts, and I saw a picture of a woman with a camera. I may be wrong; it may not have been a selfie, but I thought it was.
so is
Not that
this
it really matters, I mean, I think we put a little too much stock in gender sometimes in this world, but
Yeah, it's for me sometimes when I'm explaining to somebody and I'm using like he or she, and then I feel so silly because months later, I'm thinking, I had no idea. But I often will get mistaken for a male when people will first start reading my posts and they say, well, your avatar was blue and Dreamsteam sounds masculine, like just the name. And then when I write, I don't know, they assume I'm male. And then they'll see my video and they'll say, wait, is that you? So it's kind of fun.
yes, Sarge, you're in the queue. Okay, I think I almost got this all back in one piece. Okay, that means after Dreamsteam comes the Kitty Girl. Now, Kitty Girl, I've got you in the list twice, but I want to make sure that you actually want to be in twice, or were you showing somebody what the emoji was?
The first time I went in the queue was to show Bieber what the emoji was. The
Oh,
second
okay.
time was where I really put it in for myself. Sorry for the confusion.
Okay, so then this time is the time that you were just showing what the emoji was, which means Sarge will be up now.
Correct. Yes.
So Sarge, it's your turn. I don't see him typing. Did I catch him unaware? Oh, Sarge. He maybe had to step down the hall. Okay. Beaver, we'll go to you and then we'll come back to Sarge if he's back in. Hello? Am I still here?
I hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, I hear you. Yep.
There he is. Okay, Beaver, come tell us about this. We'll catch you right after we get through with Bieber presenting. Bieber, you're not lighting up. Are you set for voice? He's not muted. I see the typing there. Ah, darn, his mic's not working. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go back to Sarge. And while Sarge is presenting, Bieber, if you would write a little bit of text about your post, then you can put the text in the channel when I come back to you. Kitty Girl or Dream, could you give him a hand to see if he can get his mic working?
Sure, I'll be happy to.
Okay. Sarge, you're up. You're muted in case you're talking.
Hello.
There you are.
Yeah. How you doing?
Tell us about your post.
Yeah, this is a post. I mean, y'all done said all social media, so I'm gonna present a little social media from what is known as Twitch, Twitch TV, kind of like the YouTube 3Speak of or Vim of gamers, people that like to play games. Now we all know what Matt and Jesse Wright, aka Agrode, and you bat Matt have done for Hive. They've been pulling that thing. They're an engine that have been pulling this train for a while. And there's a group known as the No Sleep Gang on Twitch. And Shadows, you and I talked. I said I wanted to host your show on here because it's a win-win situation. I've been pushing with the No Sleep Gang here that do their Twitch streams and everything to start posting. And I'll tell you, it's kind of worked because I really can't keep up with all the posts that are using that No Sleep Gang tag. And of course, I've been kind of showing Wes and Kitty Girl over there on the terminal as well. For my No Sleep Gang folks to go over there and get help about posting and stuff. And this post here is by I'd say the godfather of the No Sleep Gang. This guy is a really great guy, never asked for anything, has helped so many people with Twitch, much like the terminal does with people on Steam, Discord, and Hive. And I just wanted to promote his post. He's getting ready to have a party, giveaways. No Sleep Gang is a community on Twitch, and Hive related and everything. Great folks, great folks. I mean, just so giving and just support each other. Absolutely no competition whatsoever on this group of people, which is a social media group of folks that are into gaming and into Splinterlands. So have a look. He's having a party. They do giveaways. God, they give away everything. They give away Splinterland cards. They give away DEC, SPS. Um, Great bunch of folks. And Commander Garlic is the guy is phenomenal. He's a hell of a guy.
300 followers. From what I understand, that's no easy feat on Twitch.
No, it's not. Oh, shit. There goes damn Rocky McParrot. Yes, I hear you. You're not co hosting shit, okay? This PYPT show, the Shadow Putt. He come in there, he flew in, he flew out. He's got to get out and get his exercise.
That'll keep him out of mischief for a moment or two.
Yeah, keeps me out of mischief too, because I got to clean up all the bird poop everywhere around the apartment.
All right. Thanks, Serge. I think they're still working with Bieber there. We haven't heard any sound from the mic. So, boss, you're up.
Yeah, I thought you were talking to me.
No.
No, you'd be surprised how many people call me boss. So.
Yeah, you have never heard me call you boss.
That's true, but I
That's
answer just like
called
when somebody says dad.
Whoa,
Like,
we've
what?
got some heavy duty echoing here. Okay, boss, go for it.
okay. So this post is called "See Through Colors." So it's about the guy. It's by son of Remy. I don't know. It's about the guy who sees black and white for a moment, but all of that changes. So in the end, he's forced to make a an important. He's forced to make a decision, between doing the right thing or benefiting. You just read it and you will know what it's about. Let me know if I say too much to spoil the. Yeah. So that's basically it. It was an interesting story. I think that, but there are few typographical errors, but other than that, you get the message in the end.
Getting the
Yeah.
message in the end is always a good thing.
Yeah. That's it.
That looks like an interesting story. Good job, boss. Good job.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think Kitty Girl's still busy with Bieber, so we'll come back to both of them. And Engine, we're back to you.
The feedback there. Anyways, yes, this is another Halloweeny post, which I guess that's my theme for the day. Since I'm the third one that's involving Halloween here. Can you tell I'm excited for Halloween? But
Just
yeah,
a bit.
that's from the fellow who was just in chat a minute ago. Told him I was going to drop it on there, and because it's got a neat little story. He joined a challenge from Hive Buzz where you tell one of your scariest or funniest Halloween memories, and his is kind of comical and got some suspense in it at the same time. So give it a little read, show some love, that kind of thing. It's Mr. Positivity himself there.
That he is.
Which anybody that is listening at the moment, if you happen to come up with a post that has a theme that maybe makes you smile or spreads a little good cheer, has a positive attitude, he has a tag that he curates. It's thoughtful daily posts. Just pop that in there and he will come through ultimately and say hello.
That he will. Wandering Moon, I just scrolled back. I don't see the emoji that you dropped, but I did see Chris dropped one. So we're going to go to him next. So if you drop the emoji, Wandering Moon, we can get you added to the list. Thank you, Engine. Ah, this little emoji that people have been dropping in, that Kenny just dropped, that's the one that tells me to add people to the list. Kenny, are you going on the list, or were you just demonstrating? Good stuff. Good stuff. We'll add
I'm
you.
going on the list.
So
So who is
Wandering
next?
Moon is now on. And Chris, are you saying that? Okay, you've got one. I knew you'd have one. Ah, there's James. We'll add him to the list too.
Hello. Is
Okay,
my audio good?
your audio is good. I can hear you.
Wonderful. Okay, guys. So I have created yet another NFT, and this one is actually animated, and it is actually a short clip of a photo I took a few weeks back. I went on a photography walk around town in the later evenings, and I added a black and white filter because I really liked how it looked in black and white, and left it at that. Recently, I revisited some of my old photos, and I stumbled back upon this, and I decided that I would like to give it a complete new look and add some animation to it, give it a nice snow effect, and here it is today as a NFT.
So the animation is the NFT, correct?
The animation is the snow, so like when you go to
No, but
NFT, it's that.
the NFT you're selling is actually the animation you've created, not just the excuse me, just the
Oh
image.
yes, yes, that would be correct. Yes.
Nice. Are you familiar with a marketer by the name of Gary V? I think his actual name is Vanderberg or Vanderlee or something like that.
Don't believe so.
He actually has a Discord on here. He's become rather well known. And I was watching a video he did this morning with Joel Calm about NFTs. And Gary is releasing a whole mess of NFTs right now. But they're different things. They're things like um, giving an access pass to backstage when he's doing keynote speaking, and giving access to him for certain periods of time, X number of times a year. Man, that's a really creative way to use NFTs. Because if the person buys the NFT and they decide after maybe one session that they don't want to continue on, then they can sell it to somebody else. They get the money from it, and he picks up a residual from it. That's the first time I've seen these types of ideas, but hey, that's perfect. Whatever people are working with. You're you're going to give investment advice, Engine? Aren't you kind of living dangerously on that? Oh, Hive investments. I see. That's better. Hive all day. Perfect. Uh, Kitty girl, how? Okay, I was just going to ask you that. I did add you back in Dream. We're going to let Bieber and Kitty girl go, and then we're going to go to you. So Bieber, go for it. Test it out. Let's see how you're doing.
Now maybe, can you hear me? Hello?
I can hear you.
Oh, yes? Wow.
Yes. Yes, definitely. I heard that nice and clear and in beautiful English. How you like that? So drop your link.
I already dropped the link.
You did, but it's way up there. Got it handy. I'll drop it for you. I added you, Sarge. Okay, there's your link in there. Tell us about your post here.
Yeah, it was yesterday evening. We have a little festival in Graz.
And what's the purpose of the festival?
The festival is about sound and light. And this year they did it in a park with a little castle. And it was wonderful with the old trees and the light and the sounds. It was just a great experience.
Oh yeah, there's some beautiful pictures there. And that was your Wednesday walk.
Yeah, because it was a Wednesday.
How logical can we get, eh? So these pictures,
Yes.
I see one here with red and one with blue. Are those light as you shot, or are those filters you applied?
No, this without filter. They have different lights and all pictures are without any filters.
Awesome.
And it's also surrounded with different sounds, crazy sounds. Also, no music, but yeah, cannot describe it.
You've got some beautiful shots there. Nice work. And good job presenting.
Thank you.
So Bieber and I had a little exchange on one of her posts yesterday.
Pardon?
You and I had a little exchange on one of your posts yesterday.
Oh yeah, about my English.
Yeah, and you know what? I think you're worried about it way too much. Your English is just fine.
Oh, thank you. But I don't find the right words.
You know what? Nobody cares whether you get it perfect English or not. It's whether you can be understood and you can be understood.
Okay, that's great.
Good job. Thank you, Beaver.
Yeah, thank you.
And Kitty Girl, you're up.
Okay, well, I did something this week that I do not often do. Most of my posts are kind of neutral, like, talking about pretty stones or barns, or they're happy, fluffy marshmallow unicorn posts. But I actually did a rant this week, or at least it started as a rant about all the negativity that so many people spew anymore. In fact, it's hard to have a conversation with anybody about anything. I had a good meal at a restaurant last night. My phone died and I had to get a new phone. Just anything you talk about anymore, people twist it and contort it into something negative. They're just constantly going on about the government and big business and spying and COVID is a hoax and blah, blah, blah. You can't talk anymore about people, the weather, anything. It's just ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. So I had my rant at the first of the post, and then I talked about how we have to send out positivity in the world if we're going to have a positive world. And I think that's a very important thing. And I've gotten some really good feedback and comments already. And even a couple of people have DM'd me, and talked about what a fantastic post it was. So I do hope that it will make some people realize that there are other things in this world that we can talk about besides negativity. And if we put more positivity out there in the world, we're going to see more positivity come back. It's a reap what you sow kind of thing. So that's my post for today, a thoughtful daily post after a rant.
I think sometimes, that old it bleeds, it leads thing that the media uses, I think that it kind of gets translated to social media as if it's negative, it gets noticed. And you're right. We don't need that all the time. I really enjoy the memes that have got decent little jokes to them.
Yeah, and I think too that, there's more to life than focusing on this negativity. I mean, didn't you have a good meal the other day? Well, didn't you enjoy getting together with your family this past weekend? Didn't you see a good movie or read a good book? There's so many blessings in life that we can count. So why constantly harp on the negative? I mean, I've actually muted a few people on the Hive blockchain because that is all they can talk about. Every single post they write, is going on and on about something. I mean, it's I can't tolerate that kind of negativity all the time.
I think some people kind of think that's what gives them attention, and it will give them more um, exposure. And maybe they need to realize that there are some people they're just turning completely off.
Well, it's certainly giving them exposure. It's exposing who they really are and what their mind is like,
Yeah, I usually try to keep my negativity into certain conversations with certain people. Oh God, I'll make an exception for him. He is not my favorite person. Actually, we were talking about him the other day and whether he's still around or not.
Oh, he's still around. He's never
How
left.
unfortunate.
Well, he's got so many alt accounts he hides behind that unless you can figure out what all of his alts are, you don't see him, but he's there.
Maybe he's the negativity you're reading. Of course, he can't write that well.
He very well could be.
All right. Thank you, Kitty Girl. And Dreams Team, you're up.
Let me see. Why is this not connecting?
I
Oh,
don't
there we
know,
go.
but I
Okay.
can hear you.
Okay, so having said that, Kitty Girl just said, the flip side of that is if you just want to laugh and you have a third grader's sense of humor like me, and the word poop makes you giggle, go to this post and just have fun because, and I will warn you, it has so much potty humor. I mean, it starts off that way, and then the comment section is just a bunch of like potty puns and people just having fun. And so it's kind of, what Kitty was saying, it's like go away from the negativity and then go find where your group is having so much fun. And Dan Days and Galen KP and Nine Claws and Rubido and Crazy Trucker, they are like they will attack your post with so much fun and just make it into a party. And so that's kind of what it's become on this post. And the funniest thing is, Jacuzzi has not said one word. Like after he put the post up, it was like we just took over, and I think he's just reading and laughing in the background. But it's fun. So if it offends you to talk about poop, please don't go. It's silly.
Please don't go. Doesn't that make them a little bit,
I'm sorry, I'm
Exactly.
one of those people that laughs when you say poop.
Well, you will love. I mean, and it's clever because Jacuzzi is, like I said, he's a photographer. So he takes this one item that you see right there, and then he just expounds on just everything. So it's a lot of fun. So if you have not followed him yet, you should, and you should just enjoy his stuff. He's a great, great guy. The end.
Um, I think our mutual buddy would probably appreciate the humor in this.
I think so too. And I think he'd get a lot of like puns thrown in. He's so good with puns.
Oh God, yes.
What a good sequitur to my post. That was awesome, Dreamy.
When you were talking, like, well, this is just perfect timing.
Here's the problem, and here's the solution. or one of the solutions.
Oh, what? Hold on.
Yeah, she ends every meeting that way, Samuel. You got to have the music and make it right. Nobody can
That
do it,
is
but do it like Dreamy.
that is too funny.
All right. Thank you, Dream. Kenny's up.
Come in.
There he is. So, Dream, if you noticed the other day, I don't know whether you listened to the recording of the meeting. I actually waited for you to do the end before I turned the recording off.
Did you really? No, I haven't. I haven't heard it. Well,
I
actually, with the team, sometimes I do bye. So I don't know which one it is.
oh, it was probably by
Yeah, the team that gets the bye, but PYPT, the end was formed here, so I knew I had to bring it back for PYPT.
yeah. I don't always wait, but I did the other day. I don't know why. Okay, Kenny, you've been very patient. It's your turn.
Yes, I've waited a lot and I'm about to begin. So that's a post that I made yesterday. Before I continue, I have to beg for apology because I just noticed that there was a comment there which I didn't reply. I don't usually, yes, I don't usually overlook people's comments, but it just happened. So about the post is based on some keywords which are ambition, the choices we make, the excuses people give when they make the wrong choices, and then we rounded it up with discipline. So of course it was a post which I wrote very early yesterday, immediately after waking up. So it was kind of emotional and a bit of a rant. But by the end of the day, after checking it, I had to touch something. So the first few paragraphs were not pointing towards a rant, but the ending part, uh, I think you just take it the way it is. So basically, it's about I centered the whole story on Nigerian police force. I don't usually like to talk about these people, but there is a case that I've been following up about bribery and whatever. So by the end of yesterday, when I woke up yesterday, I saw that the person in question is a policeman, and in his defense, he said that he committed whatever he committed because they are not being paid enough. And that particular line was a complete turn off for me because you are being paid with taxpayers' money. You make life uncomfortable for citizens. You commit whatever you commit, and then you try to plead guilt or to try to plead for maybe plead for emotional recognition or whatever because of money. So they are not the only ones that are being paid that way. A lot of people are ambitious, even outside the police force. Those of us that are connected to this voice channel, all of us have different things we are pursuing, but we are also accountable for the choices we make. So anyone that makes the right choice will reap the reward. But those that are making the wrong choice talk about plagiarism, copying content, and whatnot. It always comes back to.
Very good. I saw that headline this morning, and I thought it's not often I see a guy admit to being hormonal in a headline. Hey, Bluefin, glad you could join us.
So that is just it. And I was just happy because when I
When you
in
what?
like a rant, so that is just the point. So maybe after reading it, you can now tell me if it's actually a rant or not. But just pick the message. If you want to be ambitious, you can be ambitious, but always make the right choices because if you make the wrong one, it comes back to bite you hard. Thank you.
All right. Nice job. Thank you, Kenny.
Thanks, Shadows.
Yeah, I noticed that little drawn out. Kenny is going to make his own thank you. And Wandering Moon, you're up. Okay. Yeah, you gonna come on voice and tell us about this now? You're muted, so if you're talking, we're not hearing you.
Ah, can
There
you
you
hear
go.
me?
Go for it.
Don't use this too much on my phone, so.
That's okay. You'll get there.
Just around before this whole COVID crap started, I kind of started getting addicted to Asian dramas. And I have to blame Firefly and Nathan Fillion for that, because when they were doing that series back in the mid 90s, whenever, they were saying words that I couldn't understand. And so when I found out that it was Canton, I think it is, it's Canton and Mandarin, I'm not sure which one, but I found out it was the native language for China, and I loved the way it sounded, but I found out that they were doing it wrong because they weren't doing the inflections, they were doing it flat. So this is a review of my most recent Asian viewing drama, Professional Single. It's a comedy, romantic comedy. It's quite cute and very funny.
Very
This
nice.
one is, yes, this one has one of the best endings of any of the Asian dramas I've seen so far, because most of them, they like ended as in like they all lived happily ever after, that's it. This one here goes on to explain a little more in depth. So
And no subtitles, right?
oh no,
Yeah.
they do have subtitles. And that's
Oh,
the one,
darn.
that's another thing. That's, sorry Kemi, I love you. um that's the one thing, I love subtitles, but with the Asian dramas, I've actually learned some words, and I think that's fun. I think that's interesting.
Very good. So I noticed Dream said that you sounded like somebody who also participates in this show, but actually is sick today. I would say I have to agree, but I'm mellow version.
Yeah, it was like when I first heard her, I was like, wait, is that Rhonda under a different account? And then the more she talked, I could hear it was not her voice. But I was like, whoa, that was crazy. It sounded just like her at first.
Yeah, it's very
Yeah,
close.
I
Your
know.
voice
I've
is set.
had people tell me I sound exactly like my little sister, and that's kind of like,
Your sister's name isn't Rhonda, is it?
no.
Okay, just
Nothing
checking.
against Rhonda. I've never met her, but no, my little sister's name is Mary.
Well, if you keep coming here, you probably will meet her. She messaged me this morning. She's not well, so she didn't make the show today.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we'll have to check who's talking, but when the two of you are on.
See what the difference is between our voices?
Um, I think the difference is that yours is at a different level, sound level. Would you agree, Dream?
Gosh.
Okay, I was trying to be diplomatic.
I'm sorry, I wasn't talking to you. The dog is barking.
No, I didn't. I didn't mean me. Um,
Oh.
Dream, Dream said what I was. I didn't. Was the other person is a little bit louder.
Oh.
Well, there's also a bit of a difference in timbre with Wandering Moon's voice, and she doesn't have the slow Southern drawl that Rhonda's got with hers.
Good point. All right. Now that we
How
dissected
southern would you
the
like me to
sounds,
go? I don't think that came out right.
it'll be interesting, anyways. Now that we've dissected voices in here, James, and knowing James, he's gonna hide his voice. Oh, there he is. Or is he? No. Is he gonna? Is he gonna grace us? Nope. He's not gonna grace us. He's got a really good voice, you know. He's another guy that like is light under the barrel.
He does have a very good voice. I love hearing James talk.
Mike's still not working. You know that. You know it works a whole lot better when you actually attach it to the computer. So, anyways, This is what James says about his post. This post is about a guy who spent time with his grandmother and aunt years ago when he was young and had access to their pantry. Learned over a time that there were all kinds of goodies and stored up items, then learned gradually what hoarding meant. Then it was retermed in his memory as prepping, and now does that all the time. But there was a connection for me about spending time with his grandmother that kicked up old, extremely pleasant memories, and it's been many, many years since seeing them. Oh, I thought maybe you were the guy, but you're not? Are you the guy
No,
in this story, or are you talking
he's
about someone
saying
else?
yeah, he's saying that he's presenting the post, so it's kind of like a curation thing he's doing.
Ah,
Yeah,
Freedom Prepper
yeah.
is the author.
The excellent blog post is James's curation of good posts he's found on the chain.
Right, and it's Freedom Prepper that he's actually talking about. Very good. Thank you, James. And Sarge, you're doing well because it's Kemi's turn, and then you're back. You're on. So Kemi, you're up. And James has another for us. Oh, there'll be time. There's always time. Kemi, are you going to come on and tell us about this? There, she's unmuted.
Hello?
There she is.
Yes. Okay. The title of this post is "What is a healthy dose of paranoia?" It's
Oh, nice of somebody to start
the,
honking their horn.
there's a bit of noise around. I don't know if you can hear it. Okay. This post actually got me thinking. The writer. Okay, I believe the title of this post is a sound and valid question that deserves some answers. So, like, I believe it's normal to have a little bit of doubt about people or situations. So, but then my thoughts when I came upon the post was, at what point in time does doubt evolve into paranoia? So the writer of this post believes it's okay to be paranoid about people. She talks a lot about her family members, like when she brings friends over to the house. Maybe some of her family members might look at them and then have one or two things to say about them, like express misgivings about her friends or anyone. And then she discovered eventually such misgiving turns out to be correct. So to her, she believes her family members and even herself, paranoia is okay. So, but in my comments in this post, I stated that it's a human thing to have a little bit of doubt about people, about situations. But then when we allow it get too far, like begin to doubt everything, doubt people, then we're talking of paranoia and it's not healthy because eventually we might miss out on a lot of things or miss out on good relationships that should count a lot. But then because we doubt people or become paranoid about them, then we lose them. So I'd like to hear your own take on it. Like, what is the healthy dose of paranoia? Thank you.
Okay, you're still lit up, but you've gone silent. Or did you just not let go of the button?
Okay, that's just about it. That's all I have to say about it.
Okay. Thank you, Kemi.
Thank you.
Sarge says he's a pessimist by nature, but still believe in people. But are you paranoia? Well, actually, be paranoid. Good job, Kimmy.
Thank you.
And Sarge, you're up.
Hello, hello. Can y'all hear me there?
I can hear you.
Well, as long as Shadows hears me, I guess I'm doing all right.
Well, it's kind
So
of helpful for me
today,
to hear you. It means the recording can hear you.
I'm kind of pimping these people in the No Sleep Gang. Um, here for a while, I was on the Leo finance kick. You know, uh, where it's, go finance, go proof of brain, and then you jump over. I don't need to go. Y'all get it. But the No Sleep Gang. The reason I'm hanging with them, and I cannot promote these people enough. A great bunch of people, and since you opened it up, Miss Shadow's Pub, to all social media, and Twitch is social media, actually, social media, the YouTube, 3Speak, DTube of gamers, No Sleep Gang, what a bunch. And this guy here, I am Rento is out of Philippines. And I'm telling you, our legacy, and I cannot say this enough. I'm like you, Shadows. I've not been here as long as you have. I came in with the Jerry Banfield second wave, and you OGs know what I'm talking about now.
Jerry Banfield.
So if you want to get mad at somebody for Sarge being on Hive, don't blame it on Canada. Blame it on Jerry Banfield. Anyway, yeah, these folks, No Sleep Gang, a kind of fringe community of Splinterlands. These folks, and like I talk about the legacy of Steam, a lot of you remember the old days with Sir Cork. Uh, a lot of the good that we did back in the day, and are still doing good, with helping folks around the world, making a difference in lives. And Splinterlands right now, Philippines, while Axie is big in Philippines now, but Splinterlands is doing a close second and making changes in the lives of people that live. They're not, they don't live in the West like us. They're third world countries, and, things ain't so great for them. But this Splinterlands, this movement is making changes in the lives of people all around the world. And this guy, I am Renthal. I'm gonna tell you something about this guy here. This guy here, he promotes everybody. You'd think this guy's a multi-millionaire or something. Man, I'm telling you, he had a celebration today. You'll see in the post a party. Um, Commander Bwang, I promoted his last post. He's having a party too. I'm getting ready to have a party and do giveaways as well. Here, when I get 500 followers, I'm only, I don't know, I think I'm 30 some odd people away. And
You
this
get
is why,
470 followers?
yeah, no,
There.
more than that, dear. I have more than 470 followers.
Well, you said you're
Anyway,
you're 30 away from 500. You're doing really
wh-
well.
well, maybe I'm 20 some
Oh,
away,
okay.
and I go for the gusto. I didn't go for the 300. I didn't go for the affiliate thing. I'm like, look, when I get 500 followers, I'm doing a big giveaway. We're gonna have a big party. This is one of the reasons that I am promoting PYPT. And for those of you that are new, let me tell you something about PYPT. And I'm going to run my pie hole here for a minute if you don't care, Shadows. This is the oldest. I researched it. I checked it to make sure I wasn't talking out of turn. This is the oldest curation podcast on the Hive and Steam. Yes, Steam. I said the word blockchain. Okay. They've been around longer than anybody. There have been a lot of pretenders. There have been a lot of copycats, but this is the oldest. And, to quote Shadow's Pub, it's all about community. That's what this show is all about. They've been promoting, um, people that have blogged and done vlogs and videos and everything. I cannot tell you the number of people that are now Hive famous. Hive famous on Hive got their start right here when nobody had a clue who these people were. And I give kudos to Shadows Pub for having this venue for everybody. And just so you all might know, this stream I'm doing right now, any revenue we get and everything, 90% is going to go to Shadows Pub, and then she can deal with that shit because I don't want to deal with it.
Thank you, Sarge. Yeah, sometimes the technical difficulties do happen, boss. All right. So you're having fun over there on Twitch. Good stuff.
Oh, we're having a great time. I'm telling you. And I've been pushing, pushing, pushing. On Splinter Talk.io, all the communities, they got their little front ends or websites, whatever you want to call it. But I've been telling people, if you're into playing Splinterlands and you want to get those what they call the SPS drops, I don't know if you're familiar with it. You get if you're on Splinterlands, you have a Splinterlands count. You bought the what the hell they call it, the damn, the book or whatever. You put your $10 in. You know what I'm saying? Put your $10 in, then you can earn on Splinterlands. Well, they have a token that's called SPS, Splinter Shards, and you get points for different assets you have in the game. Your cards and your uh, how much DEC you have, and if you did the whole DeFi, whatchamacallit thing, and all the other stuff. And then they have, if you uh, make posts with the tag what is it, SPT, then you get points for that. If you earn that token, the blogging token, you get points for that towards your daily what they call the SPS airdrop, which is not doing so great now, but shit. All these coins go up and down. They're all shit coins until they're not.
There's lots of them, that's for darn sure. Thanks, Sarge. Injun, you're up. Yeah, that was the interface he was talking about.
Yeah, I knew Ingenuity would like that shit because I know he's a Splinterlands whale, has been for some time.
Not everybody knows that.
They do now.
Well,
Well, they do
told
now.
on you, son. Sarge, I tell on everybody, honey. You hear me?
I'm a whale in many oceans. But anyways, check this out. We're doing this second year in a row. We're doing this ugly sweater Christmas, but it's not necessarily ugly sweaters this year. We're just calling it that because that's what it started as. This year, people are putting their names in the hat to make macaroni art for the person that they pick from the hat. Something fun and stupid to lighten up everybody for the Christmas spirit. Yeah, I got a cool sweater. Well, it was pretty ugly. I sent out an ugly sweater. I got an ugly sweater last year. This year we're doing macaroni art. So if you want to have a little fun, hop over there, put your name on the list, and yeah, we'll collect addresses and you can
How many
have some
people are
fun
going to
with
be
it.
able to ship it without it breaking?
Well, I don't know. It's just macaroni. I mean,
I wouldn't be too
but yeah, it
surprised
should
to
be
see
fun.
macaroni starting to get expensive this year too. So use lots of
Right
it.
when we start buying it all up.
Well,
uh,
we had that drought in the west, and I'm sure you guys had it down there. That cuts down the wheat growing.
we didn't we didn't really have a drought down here, but out in California. I mean, I think the fires are still burning even after the big snow and rainstorms they've had out there. But
Yeah, it's been pretty wild weather.
mm,
Is it possible to ship it to Nigeria? Probably
yes,
be.
I've shipped to Venezuela and India and Sweden and the UK and Thailand. I'm all over the place. So if you want to join, by all means, come have some
Wisconsin.
fun with us.
Macaroni art, Wandering Moon.
Macaroni art.
It'll be light. Shouldn't cost a lot.
Uh-uh.
Unless you decide to ship a case of it along with.
You make it out of boxes of macaroni. Oh man.
Make it NFT art. Now that's an interesting thought too.
Right?
And then there's no shipping.
Right on.
Make it an NFT giveaway. So since it's a gift.
Oh, that's a great idea. Then there's no shipping involved.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
There you go. Into possibilities.
Endless.
I mean, I'm not sure if Wandering Moon intended that as a joke or not, but it really isn't a bad idea.
Some of the best ideas come up in jokes.
Right?
Samo, funny you should have reacted to that. It's your turn.
Hello everyone. I'm here again.
I know you're here.
Um, I sometimes when I'm not really doing much, I do think, and this post I'm sharing is one that I just woke up to, and I started thinking about it. It's actually a question: are humans fundamentally good or bad? Like basically, I watched the movie and it was just a general question asked, but nothing serious. Then I was in an engagement, weekend engagement done by Gakin on Hive. I don't know if I got that name correctly, but you see that in the post. And someone asked the question that if a man murders another man, does that make the murderer a bad person, even if he had done it as self-defense? Um, can you consider the murderer a bad person? And so it opens the big question, which has been asked so many times, so many places. What actually is your definition of good, and what is your definition of bad? Basically, some like where I stay around, you can't give a child a mobile phone till the child is probably 7. People consider it to be like spoiling the kid if you buy him or her a phone very early. But in some places it's considered bad not for the child to have a phone. So like the definitions of good and bad, it really worries me. And sometimes the people, if you consider them good or bad. Um, um, I got a comment recently because that was one of the first posts I made when I returned back to Hive. So I really haven't engaged much, so I didn't really get feedbacks. But the kitty girl, I hope I also got that pronunciation correctly. She replied the post, which was very very instructive, and I think you could see her, her comment on the post. She made mention of some religion fact that comes across people saying that we are born as evil. Some religion beliefs think humans were born evil and have trait of some bad deeds in them, and which I obviously also disagree. And yes, I'm sharing this because I would love to hear everyone's definition of good or bad.
You're right. There is some religious beliefs that humans are born inherently evil and that it has to be trained out of them, or in some cases beaten out of them. That's the um, rationale for the beating. That can't say that I buy into that, but that is some of the stuff I've heard. Um, that quote there from Solzhenitsyn. is that one that you looked up? Are you a reader of Alexander Solzhenitsyn?
No. But I could look up at it if I get the link or what's that? Land.
No, it's in your article.
I can't
There's a
pronounce
quote
it.
there from him. It's
Yeah. I got that from research because before I write, I try to look up things and I'm trying to get references to writing that. So yes,
uh,
I
if
did
you're
get that from there.
if you're a reader, a person who likes to read, his books have been out for a lot of years, but it's interesting reading. It's a little heavy reading. It's not something you want to do if you want a quick read. He's an interesting author who was um, imprisoned in the Russian Gulag, and that's where a lot of his writings came from. Oh, Discord
Wow.
decided to act up. I don't know how much that was heard.
I heard it all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Discord locked up on me there.
Oh,
So I wasn't sure whether the voice was still coming through or not. But yeah, I haven't
yeah.
seen his name around for years, so you you triggered the memory. I did some
Yeah. So
reading of him when I was in my 20s.
wow. So basically, I just came to agreement that whatever I consider good is basically good, even if every other person thinks it's bad. What I consider bad is bad to me. So it's now my personal opinion on good or bad. So that's what I think.
Yeah, I think it's an argument that is an endless debate as to whether people are fundamentally good or bad. And I think most people would come at it based on their own life um, view, their experiences, their view, even the culture they're in.
Yeah. Why I feel it's important is when you meet someone like for the first time, do you try to just look at the person from like the good aspect, or you just try to say okay, whatever comes from the way. Because I'm a kind of person that I look at people, I expect so much from people, kind of, I don't know, and I believe everyone is actually have the that they demonstrate the good parts when I meet them. So and most times I end up heartbroken when some people do some certain things and I'm like, this is too early to just be done, and that's why I always ponder on that question basically.
So unless you're one of those constant negativity people that Kitty Girl was writing about, I think most people have to kind of view people as a kind of basically decent until they prove themselves differently.
Yeah,
Good.
that's how I look at people.
You have to give everybody the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, I think so. At least beginning. Sometimes people
Unless
kill
you,
that real
y-
fast.
yeah, I was gonna say, there's people that I've met where it's like, oh, okay, well, it's nice to meet you. See you later. Bye.
Nice to meet you. Thanks for the warning.
Yeah, have a nice day. See ya.
Yeah, some people you know within moments.
Exactly. But I mean, you go in with a open mind.
Yeah.
I think you have to, or you should, anyway.
Hell, I even tried to give Walden the benefit of the doubt. Didn't work, but I tried.
Well, it depends with Walden. It depends on when you get him. If he's been drinking, forget it. And yeah, that's a whole nother Walden.
I really think I need to check who that guy is. I've probably seen a lot of comments on that name in particular today, so I don't really know the
You're
person.
better off not checking Walden out and being on his radar, quite honestly. Let's just put it that way. I'm just giving you a little advice.
Funny thing that Graybeard just started doing some writing. 'Cause it's his turn. Oh, Britt's sending him to do the dishes. Oh, he knew it was his turn apparently. So James is slipping in too, but it's a two-parter. He says, I know this is not normally done, but at this time I don't have them linked, and it's sort of a series for education since it's such a necessity on the Hive blockchain. No one needs to upvote them as they're out of date, but they do need to be put out there again and again. It's an ongoing issue, but I appreciate the reblogs if possible. I'm working up a third post for this series. Also, a markdown post is in the works. So, if you're not sure as to what James is referring to here, these two posts are about how to properly source images on your posts. And Samo, I happen to notice that maybe it'd be a good idea for you to read that because I did notice that you used Google as a source in that post that you shared.
Yeah. I did that. I actually improved on that. Like you could check my recent posts. So
Oh,
yeah,
good, great stuff.
yeah.
A lot of people do that. Um, a lot of it is they don't really know the difference between a search engine and a image source. I was doing some research this week on public domain images. Man, there's a wealth of them out there. Like not just the image sources like Pixabay and Unsplash and ones like that, but a lot of museums now have what they call open access, which will give you access to thousands of images in the public domain that you can utilize for posts, and that really expands the variety of images that you can use. So that might actually make another post. I see James is typing away. Facebook, Twitter, etc. Normal social sites, but they don't realize this is monetized. Yeah, and it really doesn't matter if you're writing anywhere, you really should use images that you've got the right to use, even casual writing. And Sarge says his giveaway spin on the Wheel of Fortune for those watching this show on Twitch as a reward. Help the terminal and shadows help yourself. There we go. So does anybody else got something they'd like to share? Okay, that looks
I
like
would like to share that I was here when it started. Just can you make a note of that?
you just did. It's on the recording. I haven't turned the recording on.
Okay.
Yes, right on time she was.
Well, that was pure coincidence, but okay.
And we
So,
love it when you're here too, Snook. You have got such a sweet, delicate voice and personality. You add so much positivity and laughter to this show. It's really appreciated.
but she does
Oh,
currently have me a little on the jealous side.
why?
Your hair is shorter than mine.
Do you know I was gonna DM you about my haircut, and then I thought, but yours is like really really short, and
Oh no, it's not.
not anymore. Oh, with COVID, it's not anymore.
I've got 2 years of long hair
Oh
here.
my god,
It's
I
down
want a
below my
picture.
it's down below my shoulders.
Oh my god.
That in fact, people kind of see me, and it's rare to see me in the last couple of years. But the few people who have seen me, they look at me and go, "What's with the hair?"
Wow, I would like a picture of that,
Because
please.
the one person who was in here, I've known him probably 40 years, and
Yeah.
he looked at me and he went, "I've never seen your hair so long."
It's, I was gonna no, because you have. I was gonna, but I was like, well, my hair is still longer than Shadow's. That was one
Oh
of
no,
my
it's
thoughts.
not.
Not anymore, I guess. I win. Yeah.
Yeah, for those who don't know, I always keep my hair very short.
There.
Usually, part of it is because it tends to get so thick it gets unruly. But yeah, I've got 2 years of it now.
Wow. I can't imagine you with longer hair. That's hilarious. And that
So,
was one of the thoughts I had when I got it cut so short, because you had your little spiel of how you got your haircut.
so I actually did see the video and I was looking at it and I was I was laying down when I looked at the video, so I didn't bother leaving a comment. I don't really like doing a lot of typing on the tablet, especially when you're prone.
No, right, yeah. No, I get it.
So I just looked and I went, I'm gonna let her know I'm jealous.
That's hilarious. Because I did think of you. I honestly did. And I was gonna write a little comment, but in a DM, but I was like, God only knows what happened between when the thought and and 2 seconds later. Oh, that's funny.
Sure, Bieber, you can share those videos. So in about
Kitty,
an hour and a half, there's a ride gonna be picking me up, and I'll be leaving the property for the second time this year.
wow. What's the occasion? A
Cocktails
haircut?
at a friend's.
Oh,
We get together periodically, and we distance in their living room and have a few beers.
cool. It's good to get out a little bit, especially been spend so long.
Well, their schedules tend to be so diverse that sometimes it takes a while. So I think the last time we were together was late June, early July.
Oh, it's been a while.
Well, first part of the year we were still in lockdown, so
Right, yeah.
gathering
You guys,
was illegal.
yeah, right. Yeah, you guys had that lockdown thing. I know Guilty was happy because that meant his in-laws couldn't come over.
See, silver linings, silver linings.
And I was like, well, that is a way to put a good spin on it.
And I see announcements that were made this morning that will allow Santa Claus parades and Remembrance Day parades.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah, that'll make a few people happy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There, Bieber's typing. I'm watching. Well, initially, two of the local communities had canceled their parades, and the local member of parliament. Oh, they're too big. Okay. Maybe put them into a post, and then another time you can share the post. Okay, then. So
Or
we'll
if
wrap.
they're online anywhere already, like in YouTube or something, you can share the link.
Yeah, that can be done too.
Yeah, and if you don't want them public, you can just put them to
Unlisted.
unlisted. Thank you.
Or put them up on ThreeSpeak. You might get some upvotes on them.
There you go.
There are ways these days. Technology is a wonderful thing.
Not
So
really.
we shall
So,
wrap up the recording for today. Thank you for being at Pimp Your Post Thursday, and we'll see you all back here next week, same time, same channel,